Good afternoon and welcome to the Pentagon for today's naturalization ceremony for the U.S. Armed Forces. Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary of Defense, the Honorable Robert Gates.
Distinguished guests, families of our candidates, thank you all for coming. It is an honor to be able to welcome into citizenship 31 men and women who've been serving and sacrificing for their country even before it was officially their country. Represented here are immigrants from 20 different countries on 5 continents. It is one of the true glories of our country that when it comes to being an American, you don't have to be a descendant of the founders or the colonists who came over on the Mayflower. Abraham Lincoln spoke directly to this. Lincoln said immigrants can read the phrase, "all men are created equal," in the Declaration of Independence, and feel that they have a right to claim it as though they were the blood of the blood and flesh of the flesh of the men who wrote that declaration. Since September 11th, 2001, more than 50,000 men and women have become citizens while wearing the uniform of the United States military. More than 100 have fallen in defense of their new country. How fitting and how just that as of 2002, all foreign-born active duty members are immediately eligible for U.S. citizenship. This nation that welcomes you with warmth and with pride is very much in your debt because you have shown your love for this country in the most honorable way possible. So on behalf of the Department of Defense, I thank you for defending the people of the United States, your people, and the self-evident truths which they hold so dear. And now I'd like to introduce to you the United States Secretary of Homeland Security, the Honorable Janet Napolitano.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary Gates, for your thoughtful remarks and for welcoming us to the Pentagon. One of the great honors that I have serving as the Secretary of Homeland Security is the ability to administer the oath of allegiance to our new citizens. That honor is made even more special when those citizens are members of our armed forces, as are our candidates here today. It takes a special kind of person to serve and defend a nation which is not yet their own. But that is precisely what each of you has done and it is doing in serving the United States with honor and with distinction. America appreciates your service. The freedoms we enjoy as Americans are precisely because of the sacrifices of men and women like you who serve in the armed forces. For that reason, we will continue to ensure that the naturalization process for our military continues to be swift and effective. This fiscal year, we have now naturalized more than 8,800 members of the military, more than in any year since 1970. And we have seen a sea change in the naturalization process. We now process applications from soldiers who are serving in basic training so that they will graduate as American citizens. Supporting the work of the Department of Defense in this area are a cadre of exceptional USCIS immigration officers who work directly with the military and with their families. Because many of these officers are themselves veterans, they are keenly aware of the unique circumstances and multiple deployments facing the military. You have their commitment and my commitment to do everything in our power to expedite the naturalization process for those who've already given so much to our country. Congratulations on your achievement today. All of us are proud to call you fellow citizens.
Secretary Napolitano will now administer the oath.
Please remain standing. Raise your right hands. Repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen. That I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law. That I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law. That I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by law. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.